My guest today is the youth leader of Koa Party and a young man who is out to change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jude Feranmi. Please, a round of applause for him as he... You're welcome, Jude.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Your party, last election, actually made an impact. Your activities did not go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Because one, you had the only female presidential candidate at the time.
Yeah.
And during the debate, she made very good impact. What is Koa Party about? What is the meaning of Koa, first of all? I don't assume that I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
is it about? What is the philosophy behind the party?
All right. So let me start from the meaning.
Yeah.
Koa Party. What the word Koa means?
Yeah.
In Yoruba, when you say Koa, you mean let it come.
So it's a Yoruba word.
That's one. In Hausa, when you say Koa, the Koa, it means everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah. In a particular part of the Southeast, when you say Koa, what does it mean? Explain. Right?
Wow.
Our slogan for a party is together we can make a difference. So the founders of the party thought if we can all come together, which is what it is in Yoruba, and when you say everybody in our side, it also means togetherness, right? Then we can make a difference in Nigeria. So that's how KOWA, it's not an acronym, it's basically just KOWA.
Well, that's interesting, that's interesting. What inspired you to go into politics at a very young age? I don't want to ask you how old you are. I mean, this is national television now. But I mean, me looking at you, my brother, you're a very young man.
Yes,
and I'm excited. I'm excited that you're in politics.
Okay.
Okay, because I think everybody should get involved.
Yeah.
Okay. So what inspired you?
Two things.
Yeah.
For me, I have seen young people and what they can do for this country. Right, you look at business, you look at the tech space, you look at entertainment industry, and you see young people really flourishing and trying to disrupt the status quo. Right, I don't think there is a particular industry in Nigeria where you don't find a young person who is trying to do something. Right, the only sector where you don't seem to see young people making a difference is politics, and that's because we've not been able to verge into that sector. And if you have young people in politics, then the way they've made a difference in other sectors, then they will make a difference. And that's one logic, right? The second thing that more or less inspires me is, this is unconventional.
Yeah. I like unconventional.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
It's fear. Yeah. So at 20 years, you're here, Mr. Bagas.
Yeah. It's scary.
It's scary. Right?
Yeah.
In 20 years' time, Nigeria's population will be upwards of 400 million, right? And, so you're from what state?
I'm Imo.
Imo, oh, great. The entire Bayelsa state is, say, 5 meters, 7 meters above sea level, right? And there is a 1 meter ocean rise every 2 years. Oceanographic, National Geographic, that's what it started. So you can extrapolate that in 20 years, you calculate 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meters. How many meters above sea level do you have Bayelsa? And the coast of Niger Delta, and the coast of Lekki, and Banana Island. There's a Mediterranean. Nigerians are trying to go to Libya or Europe, Libya, and that's an immigration crisis for a population of 200 million. When we have 400 million, right, what kind of immigration crisis do you foresee? So
tie that to your political ambition.
If young people, right, in that 20 years' time, you'll be an old man. Right? Yeah. I'll still be in my 40s, right? I'll have 2 kids.
That's the assumption.
That's the, well, I'll have 2 kids. And my 2 kids will be competing with 400 million, because when you remove 2 out of 400 million, you still have 400 million people. Right?
That's an interesting mathematics. Hold it there. Well, you see it's getting exciting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for some more juicy facts. All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, I'm talking to a young, intelligent, smart politician and a tech enthusiast. You've been bamboozling me here with statistics. You understand? I don't have your time yet to go into some of your statistics, but they are quite interesting and revealing. Yeah. Okay, and coming from someone as young as you, who should be, in some cases, playing PS4 and all them computer games or busy on social media. For you to be reeling out these figures shows you're a very serious-minded person. And it also shows you are truly a tech enthusiast. What is it about the tech space that is disappointing to you?
Policy. In this sense, right?
Yeah.
M-Pesa works fine in Kenya, the mobile payment method. But we have many startups in Nigeria right now into the mobile payment system, which drives financial inclusion for people who can't afford the bank account or who can't even go through that process. But it has been difficult here in Nigeria to replicate that. Why? Because the CBN has a policy that says that mobile money agents have to follow some kinds of regulation and some kinds of regulation and blah, 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 right?
Regulations, are they not good?
Good, but not when it limits innovation. Same thing applies for, there's a reason why Nigerian startups cannot use drones, or we cannot create an economic activity around drones, because there's a policy that says you have to have 20 million or 2 million thereabout before you can work with a drone in Nigeria.
You have to have what?
I'm not sure of the figures now, whether 2 million or 20 million before you can even apply to a particular agency, before you can use
before they license you to use drones?
Before you can be licensed.
Is it the drones that...
Same drones, yes.
But we use them to shoot movies here.
Man, you guys are, you know. So, you look at that and you're like, there is a reason why startups in other countries, for example, can access more finance, right? And in Nigeria here, it is difficult. There's a reason why local investors would decide to put their money in government bonds or treasury bills and would decide to not go into tech.
How come you're so vast about so many different things? You're talking tech, you're talking treasury bills, you're talking drones, you're... Okay. For those who don't know this gentleman that I'm talking to, Jude is the man behind Founding Networks. What is the Founding Networks about?
Okay, I'm co-founder for Founding Networks. Yeah. My co-founder is Joshua Osumbo, and the idea is to be able to bring tech startup founders together to be able to solve that problem that most of them have, which is, again, capacity. So financial capacity in one aspect. A young guy who is 23 years old or 22 years old, just finished from Covenant University, wants to set up a startup business. A startup doesn't have the idea of a business skill. How do you build a team? How do you business development, basically? How do you network with other partners in the industry? Basic idea is that the experience of running a business, the business side of tech, how are you able to solve that capacity problem? That's what Founding Networks is all about. So we basically try to bring folks like Shioni Binde, Hinya, Boyeji, Makesian, folks who are and folks who have gone ahead in the startup space and try to connect them with people who are just coming out of a university and be able to have an interchange.
It's actually exciting to see that, you know, you talk technology. We know that everywhere else in the, I hate to say civilized world, you know, because we are civilized here as well.
We are?
Yes, we are. I am. I don't know about you.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
We are, okay. Maybe not as much as we would love to be.
Okay.
Okay. But we know in other climes that information technology is where the money is. And we are talking tech and all these things. It's refreshing to see a young man like you speak so knowledgeably about it. If you're going to rate this government based on this sector, 0 to 10, how are you going to rate this administration?
If I'm going to rate government on
tech first.
Tech first.
Then generally.
On tech, I would say 2 over 10.
Woo! Yeah, well,
why are they clapping?
You're not far from it. You're not far from it.
Okay.
Seeing that the Minister for Science and Technology wants us to start with pencil this year, I think, is it not supposed to be this year, 2018?
2018.
Yeah, we should be producing that our
pencils.
You know, so if you score them 2 over 10, I understand, but generally
3.9.
Overall?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
When are they going to get to 5? And they're more than halfway gone.
You know, when you go to school and you get 39 over 100, it's a failure. And so, that's it for me. The government has failed.
Are you saying this government has failed because you belong to Koa Party or because of the indices on ground?
Economic indices.
Yeah.
The government has failed. right? We're just going out of a recession. There are lots of people that can try to justify why we were in a recession in the first instance, but by the time you compare the fact that the president for 6 months did not have even a minister, right? For the first 6 months when we're heading into a recession, it's like a driver, you see a pothole right there in front, everybody sees the pothole and you're basically just driving and speeding without no ministers, right? So economic indices, no. Security, this is January 3rd. We had 20,120 births on January 1, right? I was watching channels when I came in. The wife of the president was trying to congratulate some people. Between January 1 and January 3rd, there are 40 people who have been killed, murdered, either by different people, but...
Did you say 40?
More than 40.
40 is very small now. That's less than the figure that came out of one state.
The life of a single Nigerian should be valuable to whoever the president or whoever the government is.
Okay, for an administration, I agree totally with you. For an administration that says, look, we want to get rid of the cabal, and you know we have lots of them in Nigeria. There's power cabal, there's oil cabal. We saw the oil cabal at work during the Christmas season. Me?
You're part of the cabal.
I didn't know about that.
All right, no problem.
Okay, so we saw all these people. Okay. We also hear that in the tech sector that there's a cabal that is hijacking all. Can you throw some light on it?
Okay, so as regards funding for Nigerian startups, there are two aspects, basically. The FDI, for example, foreign direct investment, where you get money from Silicon Valley, and local investment. So there are local investors that are trying to go into that sector too. So for local investment, there's a CPN, Computer Professionals of Nigeria Registrars Council, and it's like they're the old guys, they're the ones establishing.
In fact, you know, I feel like talking to you forever. Like you have succeeded. I'm tempted to. How old are you? I'm tempted to ask because
it's public now. I'm 26.
You're 26. Yeah. And in 26 years, you have all these things in. Wow. Jude, it's been nice talking to you. It's been nice talking to you. You know, for all of you who still say that the Nigerian youths are busy on social media, wasting time and abusing people, you better think twice, man, because you have people like Jude coming.